1992 Geo Tracker. In 1992, this was the smallest and cheapest SUV on the market. This one retailed for about $12,000. You could get them as low as $8,000 if you got the convertible with two-wheel drive. Here's one of the smallest modern SUVs. 2021 Buick Encore. My girlfriend bought this brand new, $25,000. I believe it's the cheapest all-wheel drive vehicle on the market right now. This is the twin of the Chevrolet Trax. The Chevrolet Trax goes for about $20,000. So this is one of the cheaper SUVs on the market right now. This is what cheap looked like in the 90s. Vinyl headliner, but they didn't bring it down to the A-pillar, so exposed metal. Pretty basic with the gauges. Manual transmission. I do like this a lot. Modern vehicles, they have a knob or a button, or it's automatic. If they have all-wheel or four-wheel drive, manual transfer case, so you have to shift it into four-wheel drive. Even though this is an entry-level SUV, check out this interior. Here's how interiors have evolved 30 years later. We got leather on the side, leather wrapped steering wheel, some leather on the seat. The middle is cloth, but still really nice. And check it out, cup holders. And then, since it's a modern vehicle, every modern vehicle has a screen now for the backup camera. This has all kinds of apps on it. And then you got yourself an armrest. Little things like that, an armrest. I wish my Tracker had an armrest and some cup holders. No armrest, no cup holder. You could use this as an armrest. I don't know if they still do this on modern vehicles, but that's how you roll the windows up. And then let's pull the seat back. So when you look at the back, exposed metal, nothing covered up, exposed metal, yeah. In the back you see it all. And then the footrest, the engineers didn't bother to cover it up. Very basic bench seat. So the thing with the 90s is that the safety regulations weren't as strict. So A, B, and C pillars are really thin, and when you look at modern vehicles, the windows are tiny. Look how big this window is. And then they did this cut before the Ford Super Duty pickups in '99. So when you look at this, look at the visibility, look at the brightness of the interior. Best visibility of any vehicle I've ever driven. No blind spots. And here's the back. Again, leather inserts, really nice. Even though it's entry level, still it's like a luxury car compared to the Tracker. And then you could no longer get away with keeping the metal bare. You need to cover everything up and make it look nice. Yeah, I can't get away with cheaping out. See, on the Tracker, the metal was exposed in the footwell, not anymore. And then you got more leather inserts right here. On a modern vehicle, A, B, and C pillars have to be really thick for safety reasons, and the windows have to be smaller for safety reasons. The engineers of this vehicle put a little window there to improve the visibility a little bit off of the A pillar. So thicker A, B, and C pillars with smaller windows, the visibility is not as good as the Tracker. But then again, you have a backup camera. But on the freeway, yeah, you have more blind spots. But that's how times have changed. Even though this is entry level, it's like a luxury vehicle compared to the Tracker. Yeah, I just can't get away with showing bare metal anymore. Everything has to be nice and covered up, nice presentation. This has a double-digit horsepower rating, 80 horsepower and 94 foot-pounds of torque, 1.6 four-cylinder. It's not powerful, but what a great sounding engine. Sounds like a sewing machine. The Encore has a 1.4 4-cylinder, so a tiny bit less displacement than the Tracker, but it has a turbo, so it makes 140 horsepower, so 60 more horsepower than the Tracker. This is designed as an off-road vehicle first, and highway vehicle, city vehicle secondary. I'm parked right up to the curb. That tire's touching the curb, and it's not close to touching. Nice approach angle, and then factory skid plate, factory tow hook. I like how this vehicle is purpose built. Parked right in front of me is a Toyota Tacoma. The Tacoma and Jeep Wrangler are two of the most popular modern off-roading vehicles, and look, this thing has a skid plate. And my vehicle from 1992, cheapest SUV on the market at the time, has skid plates, 4-wheel drive, manual locking hub. Like I said, I like how this thing's purpose built. So most popular off-roader right here. And this thing has skid plates just like that thing, and this thing was way cheaper. Tacomas go for like 40-50 grand now. Even though this has all-wheel drive, the all-wheel drive is for bad weather and snow. It's not an off-roader. It doesn't have the approach angle that the Tracker has. It barely cleared this curb right here. Here, this is a good one right here. See how it does. Piece of cake. And then come down slow at an angle. The Tracker is barely acceptable on the highway. This is made for the highway. This is made for road trips, not made for off-roading. The Tracker is opposite of what this thing is. Made for off-roading, but barely usable on the highway. About to enter the freeway right now. I'm gonna short shift it. I'm not even gonna redline it. 3,500. 4,500. 4,000. And 3,500 into 5th, 55 miles per hour. There you go. I'm on the freeway. So a lot of people say that these vehicles are terrifying to drive on the freeway. It's not terrifying. I don't think so anyway. It's just, I look at it like this. A modern pickup towing a travel trailer is probably as fast as this thing. The only difference is you're not towing anything with this, but at least you're a lot smaller than a full-size pickup towing a travel trailer. That's about how fast you are. Just be alert. So there you go, 80 horsepower in 2022 entering the freeway. This is a great sounding engine. I just don't think the GoPro is going to pick up how good this engine sounds because there's so much wind noise in this thing. 2021 Buick Encore 1.4 turbo. I believe it's 138 horsepower. And I think it's like 160 foot-pounds of torque. This is off the top of my head. This is the first time I've driven it. I've been saving it. I wanted an authentic first impressions of it. So I'm only like 5 minutes in. So going 70 miles per hour, cruise control. This thing's quiet. If you're a regular on my channel, you saw that I recently got a 92 Geo Tracker. And then I also drive another small car, a Barth 500, 2015.
It's crazy how much technology has advanced automotive engineering. This is a small SUV. I believe this is the smallest you could get. This is the smallest class you could get, and it's comfortable. It's small. It's definitely small in the shoulder room. But when I was driving my tracker, that thing is crammed. Like it's amazing because the tracker is actually bigger than my A-Barth. This thing is bigger than the tracker, bigger than the A-Barth. My A-Barth is the smallest of the 3 vehicles. These are the 3 small vehicles I have access to. And the tracker is by far the worst. It's the loudest, it's the most primitive, it's the most cramped, it's the most uncomfortable. This is definitely more comfortable than the A-Barth. It has shoulder room, it has armrest. My tracker has no armrest. The A-Barth has armrest. So for a small SUV, if you've driven a lot of old cars in your life, this is like way better. It's way nicer. Like I said, it's advancement in technology. It's super quiet in here, and it's a turbocharged 4-cylinder, so the power, you can feel the power come on. You got to really floor it, but there's definitely power there. It's not fast, it's not slow.
This is a great daily driver with all-wheel drive. It's not made for off-roading, but it could get 33 miles per gallon. The tracker is made for off-roading. You can use it on the freeway, but it's not nearly as comfortable as this thing. And the tracker is old school, and it gets about 26-27 miles per gallon on the freeway. So this is just a modern vehicle that's better for everyday use. The tracker is a toy. If you like to go off-roading, the tracker is what you want.